part two. I was talking about elementary school children and the kinds of questions that you ask them. Again, they're more specific because school is part of their life. So you're asking things like, do you like school? What's your favorite class? Who do you like in your class? Who do you not? Who do you hang out with at recess or in high school, like just who you hang out with? There are a couple of screening questions that you want to ask. You want to say, do you stay in your class the whole day? This is a way to get to special education. So sometimes kids don't know they're in special ed, but they may get pull-out services. So do they go to a smaller class for help for reading or math, typically? If they say, oh yes, I go to art, that's not special ed. You may want to ask, do you ever get in trouble for anything? And then what would that be? Now some kids are going to tell you, oh, I lost my pencil last week, or I got my name on the board the first week of school. Okay, not a problem, that's typical. All kids have bad days. But you're running to ask, do you ever have to go to the office and see the principal? Do you ever get suspended? Have you ever been expelled? Expulsions typically come in high school. By middle school and high school, kids will know they're in special ed, so you can just ask, are you in special education? Another way to get at that is, do you ride a different bus than other students? Would be a way. We want to know if people have ever skipped a grade. So have you ever been in a grade 2 times or had the same teacher 2 years in a row? May be a way. The good part about taking an assessment from a small child is you can always get secondary records from the school or from the parent. So you're really interested in how they perceive school, how they perceive their teacher, how they perceive their ability. What are you good at? It's a nice way to assess for strengths perspectives as well. Whereas in high school, kids can pretty factually tell you what their social standing is, what they like to do. For high school kids, I like to see if they're involved in any extracurricular activities. Are you in a club? Do you play on a sports team? Are you in a musical group? But they have, again, better self-awareness about levels of popularity or not that they can articulate. So again, for kids, we ask lots and lots of questions related to school. That is pretty much their center. For adults, we're looking for just the highlights. Did you graduate? Do you have any extra? Did you ever get in trouble at school? Were you ever suspended or expelled? So that about rounds up the school information that you need to know.